getting people, but
Yeah, Jeff, did you hear O'Shea went over to Snafu's house and he came out of Snafu's closet during the stream?
No.
Bizarre.
I'm serious. O'Shea said he's going to visit every single one of us. He said Jack's on the list and I'm on the list too.
Jesus Christ. Good luck.
I can't wait. I can't wait. I can't wait till O'Shea gets here.
You going to take him hunting?
Oh, boy. I'm going to take him places.
Take him hiking.
God.
What was up with your daughter last night, Lou? She was kind of mad at us.
She was mad at Jack, really.
Yeah.
Well, she said it. She told him nice and clearly. She was mad at him. She said, she said it clearly. If Jack's son was up here and someone else was moderating, whoever, say, I don't know, say Hard Hat was moderating, and your son was up here and you wanted to try to make some sort of a connection or whatever, and Hard Hat kept throwing you out every time you said something that Hard Hat didn't agree with, I think you'd be pretty pissed.
Yeah, if you paint the narrative that way, it makes me look pretty bad. But I've explained myself, and frankly, the anger and criticism is misplaced. It's misdirected. But you know what? I know the truth, and I really don't care. People can blame me for all their shit, all their opinions, everything they think. But God is with us.
Did you go back and watch the broadcast when that was all happening? I would suggest it might be a good exercise to go back and watch it.
What do you think I would discover?
Maybe you might have different opinion of what happened. Maybe
what do you think I would see?
I don't know.
Cause me to change my opinion from my experience that I know for a fact.
I don't know.
Let's discuss.
You know what? He's here to piss you off. Come on, Jack. Let's not do that.
It's what Lou does. He doesn't intend to. It's just his pattern. And I believe by sharing time with him, he will eventually start to understand that the pattern is not helpful. But the criticism was made.
Jack, don't let Moose take you for granted.
Please don't keep telling me what to do.
Don't let him belittle you.
You're in no place to offer me advice.
This is how it always happens. I say something and I get thrown under the bus every time I say something.
Well, you're kind of like that. You're kind of like that kid who throws empty little mini whiskey bottles at a drunk and then laughs when he's checking each bottle for a drop of whiskey. Right?
What are you like? What are you like here? Lou, how if I was to describe you, Lou, in my experience, what should I honestly say?
I would say Lou's a big, fat, dumb grease pig wop. He doesn't know how
very nice.
Jack.
And what about what's been offered to me by this? Your words. I don't want to repeat those, but
well,
what has that guy been offering to me?
Who?
How do I describe that?
What has who been offering? The grease pig? No, listen, Jack. I've said it very clearly how I feel about you.
Right, but this is the point. Why? Why do you think
I care about you?
It helps. But you're talking is just a distraction, and it's really pretty insulting and offensive in many times.
Okay.
So, and it's like you just don't care, and that's quite confusing to me because, well, I do. But I know you're here in a generality. One of the topics I mentioned earlier, okay? It's what I shared on Facebook. People need to care, but they need to have clarity in what they care about.
What the hell is that noise? Gotta be moved.
Lou, has Jack
let Jack finish? Hold on, Eric. He wasn't finished.
Has he not said that he tries to live in the moment, and if you want to come on here and suggest he goes and watch a 3-hour live stream and rewatch it? What are you missing?
No, I didn't say to go watch the whole thing, but I'm saying that part where Paul and his father were up. I find it
Right.
valuable for myself to look
Right.
at, like I go look at the stream that happened between me and my daughter,
Yeah, good for
and
you.
I go rewatch that, and
Did you ever consider it?
that I
Hey,
missed.
Lou. Right, Lou. Let's come back to the topic at hand: the criticism of the way I dealt with Paul and his son. So I understand you have criticism. You and your daughter shared your criticisms of me. I see your opinions are shared, but
Hey, let me help you out,
you're
Jack.
approaching
Hey,
it defending
Paul Senior
Junior's
didn't want to talk in
position.
public about it.
Thank you. That's where I was going. I showed respect to the senior because we had already addressed that concern and his wishes. So for you to disrespect, for you and your daughter to come up and disrespect me for being respectful towards another, figure yourself out, Lou.
Okay.
Let the door hit him in the
I'll
ass.
work on it. I'll work on
Check
it, Jack.
yourself,
I'll work
please. Because I'd love to love you, but so far you've been an irritant.
You don't have to love me. I still love you. You don't have
Well,
to love
Yeah, I mean, again, I
I
want to
don't have a choice, actually.
I want to read
I
that
love you all.
if you're rewatching,
Eric, your sound is terrible, bro.
well, why?
Hey,
Sounds like you're in a cave.
It's not that bad.
What would you know, Lou Bass?
Well,
what do we
I want to
do?
reiterate, rewatching a live stream sounds a bit wasteful.
Yeah.
There's value in reviewing one's actions, and admittedly, if there is a dispute about the way I handled something, maybe it would be wise for me to go back and look. I don't claim perfection, but here, this is something people need to realize. Dude, I don't know what's going on with me, but people do expect fucking perfection from me in some ways. It's like, holy shit, I can't please anybody.
I don't expect perfection from you, Jack, or much less anybody else. But
It only takes 2 fingers for most people, Jack.
you know that.
Yeah,
Well,
but you don't have to put that perfection on yourself, no matter what people are you think are expecting of you. I would never, I try, but I fuck up all the time and this and that. And it's like I laugh at myself and what can I learn? But I don't ever try. But when I'm doing my trade, I try to do a mint job every time because that's what I do, right? But I don't ever think of it in perfection and I don't kick myself in the ass, right?
amen.
I'll
Well,
be right back, guys.
hey, I want to share. I'm sharing this from kind of, I know how it sounds, but it's a what if. What if God is using me as a messenger of some sort? Because I set the goal to become more like Jesus. So then since I set that goal, I've been wondering in my head, do I have to achieve a level of perfection before people trust me, before they join in? I mean, I don't know what to do because, like I said,
Jack, we need cupcakes. We need cupcakes and Kool-Aid.
cupcakes and Kool-Aid. That worked for others, didn't it? I don't even know what to give away anymore. All I have is me. And it's like, here, these words are not coming from the limits of this social media either. Okay.
Jack,
There's
I feel like you're
something
coming
weird.
from a place of not abundance today. I feel like we need to get back to abundance.
Okay, that's a great reminder because where I am coming from is a place of strong faith. The world confuses me. I don't know what the hell's going on in the world. I only have a good idea of what I've learned and what seems to be pretty obvious. But if in fact God is using me as like an instrument, something to teach lessons, I'm constantly going around trying to be a friend to people, trying to help them, trying to make their lives better. What if everyone's been doing that to God? God's just sitting back waiting for us. God and the angels just sitting back watching us, watching this shit show, saying, guys, we're right here. Would you please let us help you? Please let us help you. And everyone's like, no, I got to do this my way because that's what I was taught. And it's like, what are we doing? I'm pretty sure God is there to help us, literally as our best friend. There's a power and forces behind us that want us to succeed, to grow, to thrive, to be fruitful, to be abundant and healthy.
This is deep. This is good. This is good stuff, Jack. This is where I'm talking about. This is where you thrive, and this is your zone.
Well, thank you, Moose.
Yeah, I don't know about Moose's little radio persona here. Don't really much like it, but that's cool, Moose.
Hey,
Hey,
I love
Jack.
you, brother. Even though you ran away to China.
Oh, we're gonna pull that again.
Hey,
Ran away
Jack.
to China, really?
Hey, I'm hearing feedback here.
That's what I was testing.
What if your idea of God is different than what we've been kind of programmed to, and it's not a matter of why is God letting all this happen here and that? What if it's we're all each a spirit, a soul from maybe different times or dimensions or whatever, but we keep coming back to learn and hopefully grow, right? And that's why there's all this fucking shit because we keep I don't know. I've been down some rabbit holes that kind of make a lot more sense than say religion. I'm getting feedback again from someone.
Hard hat. You know, there's a theory out there that there's all the souls.
Oh my God! Come on, Eric.
Hey, Moose, that's you.
Yeah.
That's not me. It's Eric. When he unmutes.
I don't know.
Anyway,
Eric,
what Hard Hat just said, there's a theory out there. Can you hear me fine, Hard Hat? Thank you. Thank you, Moose. There's a theory out there that I think that what he's talking about is that it's not me.
Eric, I went ahead and muted you because
it is him.
It was you echoing, and what Hard Hat was saying, I didn't hear as a theory. I heard that he was expressing his experience, that it's different than what the religions are. Am I right? I mean, that's.
Well, I think it's a matter. There isn't a heaven and hell. We're literally spirits and souls, each individual, and we're here to grow and learn. And I mean, this is only this isn't what everything is in how do I say this, is that this is like a stopover, and we're here learning and growing because as spirits there's a whole nother deal going on, and we're coming here to learn and grow and come back again and come back again. And so yeah, like it's not why does God and I think this God idea, I think it's even bigger than what they're telling us, is that I don't want to say it's a machine or a simulation, but I don't know.
Hard
it's
hat.
just
Hey, Jeffrey's chomping in his heels over here, trying to jump in here in the middle of your God speech. I see him on the end of his seat. Like I can see it in his eyes. He doesn't believe in a God. He doesn't believe in a higher power. He's an atheist. Yeah, dude.
No, I'm not. I'm not an
claimed
atheist.
it before.
Hey,
I've never in my life said I was an atheist.
Well,
I'm an agnostic. Big difference.
I wonder if this is a insecurity or false accusation rising up.
God is Mother Nature.
I think it's a misunderstanding. I thought that Jeffrey was one of those Satanists.
Well,
you're a typical YouTuber, aren't you, Moose? You're a personality, aren't you, Moose?
I'm not a typical anything.
Can we get back to God? Just every fucking second, you want to distract the conversation.
I know,
with some
ridiculous.
Nonsense. Hard Hat, what I think what you're saying is true. We are all on this like cycle of life, right? And it's way beyond our limited concepts of what it is and what we are a part of. But that's where we can humble ourselves, right? To surrender that ego is to recognize the paradox is the entire universe exists around you, right? Wherever you go, up is up, down is down, it's always around you. And yet we're just like specks, man. Fucking lint that collected here on Earth.
Hey,
thinking we're
do you believe the stars are
important.
the angels, Jack? Do you believe like the stars are like our ancestors looking over us? You
I
know,
think
kind of
that
like the
I
Lion
fucking
King.
hope not.
I think that all that is intelligent awareness, and through that infinite consciousness, infinite intelligence. And that's the whole purpose of life, is that we are we come in with amnesia, like this veil of ignorance placed over our minds. And we're participating in this evolution of life, which is what we are. The evolution of life created us, and we are witnesses and participants in the evolution of life from this point. So if we can recognize that we are just the time, we are this time. That's who we are. So if you can become one with time, one with the moment, then you get outside of the body, you get detached from the material things, and you recognize that the body and the material things are just tools for the experience. Does that make sense?
Brother, I may be a little ignorant, but I got lost in the sauce there.
Most, I appreciate that. What I've been realizing is what I'm saying, it contradicts the ego. So if what I say makes sense, it makes your egoic image of yourself irrelevant. And that's a humbling thing it's the first death. It's the spiritual death that the Bible and Christians talked about, is sacrificing the worldly version of the self, which is just imagined. Let go of that thought process of you and become one with what you are and who you are, where you are.
Fuck, you are on fire today, Jack.
Most thank you. I was inspired earlier, and I do hope with practice, I believe the explanations will become more fluid and more on point. And you guys are helping me. This is part of a bizarre experience. I'm grateful for my experience, and I'm very, very grateful you guys are a part of my experience. Because if this is real, and there's a way to succeed on this YouTube stuff for me, you guys are here at ground level, man. The world doesn't know about me yet. The world does not know. Hey, I'll either be a clown or important. One of the two. I don't know.
I
It's
think you're
been
rising, dude. You're on your grand rising.
most. I didn't mean to interrupt. If you
Where's
had more.
Provo Kid? Where's Provo Kid here today? I saw him in the crowd, and he stood up for you today. He stood up for you. I kind of detracted a little bit, and then he came up on the panel and he was like, "You know what? You don't understand, Jack." And he made a good point that I wanted to bring up. All these negative people out here, right? They're all negative with you. They're trying to take you off your path. Like, you know what your path is. You're doing good right now. Your numbers are rising every day. You know, you got Paul coming in here. You know, you don't have to do anything. You just keep doing what you're doing. Be yourself and doing your way. And all those haters out there, they're just like crabs in a pot. Let them go. Let them go. Just let them drop to the bottom of the pot and stay out of it.
Oh, Moose, I receive everything you're saying, the encouragement, and I appreciate it. For those who are listening, please, do subscribe and share if you think people would be either entertained or enjoy what's being shared. Please share it. But
And the occasional one-off handy in the bathroom.
no, man. The groupies can figure that stuff out, but at this point,
All right. We'll figure that out.
At this point, we're all figuring it out. I'm figuring me out, and you guys are helping me. I do appreciate it. I do listen and I do pay attention, but
Jack,
where
they're
this
saying that I'm falling to your propaganda.
well,
Who's they?
partial truths create total
Nubs said
confusion.
it.
Oh, Nubs is a well, God bless Nubs. I know his future will reveal his path well for him.
You know what it is? Nubs is a very lone person, like you, Jack. He doesn't have a lot of outside, stimulation. And so when he comes here, he kind of needs that center of attention.
I'm gonna fucking piss like a racehorse.
Oh yeah.
All right. Hey,
Hey,
I mean,
actually,
that's totally not respectful to be saying on our broadcast, but thank you.
No.
Thank you for adding that.
Actually, on that note, this probably is a decent time. We've got a couple hours. I do appreciate it.
Are we really going to kill the
Can I
stream
do the
right now?
outro,
'Cause
Jack? I
we're
wanted
going to
to
have
read
to
you
do an
something.
extra stream after.
I don't know. The future will reveal itself. Jeffrey, what were you saying?
I said I just wanted to read something just because it was relevant to earlier. I did a
Can
second
you have
debate
Allie
with.
read it for us?
No, she's at work. I did a second debate a couple weeks ago with a farmer, and the last paragraph of the opening statement I wrote was really relevant to. Oh, geez, man! It was really relevant to what we were talking about earlier. So I was just going to read it. It's just like one paragraph, but
Please.
hell exists in war and factory farming. If we're going to talk about harm to the environment, we can't forget to talk about war. Wars kill everything and everything. Crops, vegans, carnists, rabbits, mites, everything. Where in our lives do we see killing being looked at as being okay? In war and animal agriculture. As long as humans continue the psychopathic tradition of death, we will fail to understand our true potential, to use compassion in a way that can end the intentional death and suffering of all sentient beings under any circumstances. Incidental harm to the environment will always be connected with human existence. That's why it's important to use these debates to debate these topics in good faith. If we expect to progress as human species and make an attempt at world peace, the easiest way for us to do that is to end the intentional killing of animals for food. Once we're ready to admit that animals' deaths and suffering is wrong, the next obvious and easy step to take would be admitting that killing humans under any circumstance is wrong. And with that, I'll leave you with a quote from Leo Tolstoy: "As long as there are slaughterhouses, there will always be battlefields." But that was the ending of that.
Jeffrey, controversial position to take, but I respect and actually, I think it's true. Although, isn't it sad? Shouldn't it be the first step is we stop murdering humans?
Yeah, well, that's the thing. That's why it's stupid.
Consuming?
It's backwards.
It
Completely
is.
backwards.
Humans are, golly geez. I want to come back to Earth sometime in the future and learn about history and just laugh at the shit show that these idiots were doing. Idiots. I'm talking about us today, guys.
Whoa.
I think it's
only there's only a few of us, and there's Jeffrey, there's Eric. You're not an idiot, Jack. You're a good man.
We all are. We're all good men and women.
Stop pandering and being facetious. Jack doesn't see it,
But Jeffrey's all about sharing is caring, so you can't hate a brother like that.
All right. Hey, guys. I'm going to just go from here. Whoops. I was going to do that backwards. Sorry, man. I was going to do this just for a minute. For those who tuned in, boy, my complexion looks horrible today. For those who tuned in and joined on the panel, thank you for doing so. I appreciate your attention, your care, your interest, and you know what? God bless. We are all part of a very, very unique experience called life. So find the peace, share the love, and live without fear, brothers and sisters.